What's up, guys? This might be a little bit of a shorter video, and I'm sorry for the bad quality. This is a very spontaneous video. But Diego Lopes just knocked out Gene Silva, and obviously this was going to happen. I predicted it was going to happen. I bet that it was going to happen. And it's just pretty obvious that Diego Lopes was going to beat Gene Silva. Now, I will go through the entire fight. But I don't know. I made a video, a versus short on this, and I had Diego Lopes winning, and everyone was like, Gene Silva's gonna show him levels to this game, pal. Gene Silva's gonna knock out Diego Lopes easily in the first round. These people are so delusional when they say this, and all they are the fighting nerds fan base that think they're so insane. But in reality, I made money off of this. Diego Lopes, when I bet, was a plus 240 underdog. At fight of the night, he was plus 200. Why was he such an underdog? Oh, he lost to Volkanovski. That's Volkanovski. He lost to the featherweight GOAT. Oh, Diego Lopes, you suck. You lost to the featherweight GOAT. Gene Silva is nowhere near Volkanovski, and tonight just showed it. I'll break down the fight, though. Starts off, like 2 minutes go by, and they're just standing in front of each other, literally not doing anything. And then a couple exchanges go. Diego Lopes grabs him, slams him on his head, gets in the back, lands him, boom, 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 lands some elbows, cuts up Gene Silva pretty bad on his head and makes his head all bumpy and stuff. And then Gene Silva gets out of it, and then they're on the feet for like 30 seconds. That's the end of round two. And now that's the end of round one. At the start of round two, Diego Lopes was getting his ass kicked. Not super badly, but he was getting cracked by some big shots, and I was like, oh, shoot. Dude, Gene Silva's gonna win. I'm gonna have the Fighting Nerds fan base all over me. But no. He lands a spinning elbow. Gene Silva got too carried away, throwing all this crazy stuff. He got too confident. He became too much of Gene Silva, what Gene Silva always does. Diego Lopes cuts him open bad with a spinning elbow, drops him, rains down punches, boom, 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 boom. And that's all she wrote. This was an easy fight to predict. Was I scared at the start of round two? Yes, I was scared. Gene Silva was cracking Diego Lopes. But we have to stop with this Fighting Nerds hype. They all just lost, and people are like, people are saying Gene Silva's gonna lose because the other Fighting Nerds just lost. No, I said Gene Silva was gonna lose because it's Diego Lopes, and Gene Silva's best win is Bryce Mitchell, who now fights down at bantamweight. Bryce Mitchell is good, but he fights at bantamweight now, and he was super undersized for featherweight, and he was weak for featherweight. This is Diego Lopes. Diego Lopes reminds me of like a mini Charles Oliveira. Good on the feet, pretty bad defense to be honest, and good on the ground. He's practically just a mini Charles Oliveira, and I hope he moves up to a lightweight eventually. Not right now, but maybe in like 2 years, moves up to lightweight. But yeah, when I made a versus short, I was shocked on how many people were on Gene Silva's side. How was he such a massive favorite for this? Diego Lopes was a bigger underdog for this fight than he was when he fought Volkanovski. Do people just think Gene Silva is insane? Obviously he's not. He did do good, but he got dominated in the first round. Was doing good in the second, got too overconfident, got clipped, went down. Diego Lopes rained down shots. Good stoppage, cut Gene Silva badly. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just making this video because I'm like, how are people actually thinking Gene Silva is gonna win? It's just insane that so many people thought that. I could see him winning. When this fight was in the build-up, I was like, he could win. But then again, like I've said countless times before, it's Diego Lopes. He is elite. He is super good. And even when Gene Silva was cracking him in the second round, he was also landing back super good shots on Gene Silva. The two easy underdogs I got this month. Imanov, easy underdog. How did people think Braho was going to beat him? And the exact same thing with this. It's just the Fighting Nerds hype that it got carried away. And now all the Fighting Nerds are defeated now. They probably are going to have a resurgence. I don't think they're all terrible fighters. But I really didn't think Gene Silva was going to beat Diego Lopes. But that's pretty much it. The card in general, all right, kind of boring sometimes. But I also just was tired today, so that might be it. But Diego Lopes won. And now I feel validated. Because I told you guys, and nobody believed me. Maybe like 70% of the people commenting were in favor of Gene Silva, which is insane. But anyways, have Diego Lopes fight Evloev. Winner gets a title shot. And yeah, Diego Lopes won. Obviously. Obviously he won. But that's going to be the end of this video. If you liked it, please enjoy it and subscribe and comment down below what you think of this fight, and leave a like too. And if you want to see more videos on this, I have countless UFC videos. John Jones has been to a Diddy party, 100% he has, and a whole bunch of other ones. Go watch those videos. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Diego Lopes won, and it was obvious. Goodbye.